Hey, it's What's Up Wednesday with James, and today I'm going to bring you two different things I want to talk about. One being very serious, and the other one being very serious. Last week I was at the Georgia Association of Realtors conference and was in a meeting with Seth Wiseman, and he brought up an interesting fact that I want to share with you that's really important. And I want to protect us realtors as a whole for making sure that you're doing what you need to do when you're involved with a buyer trying to secure a loan through a lender. We identify amendments and exhibits. Obviously, amendments are identified as numbers and exhibits are identified as letters in chronological order. When we have an amendment and a couple amendments are missing, the lenders are always like, where's amendment number 2? Or I see 1, 2, and 4, but what's amendment number 3? And so the interesting thing that was discussed that day is that when you fail to submit a document to a lender, you could be in a potential serious violation with mortgage fraud. It says right here, a person commits the offense of residential mortgage fraud when, with the intent to defraud such person, knowingly makes a deliberate misstatement, misrepresentation, or admission during the mortgage lending process with the intention that it be relied upon by a mortgage lender, borrower, or any other party to the mortgage lending process. So make sure that when you're submitting all your documents in, that you are doing your best in making sure that you submit all your documents to not only the closing attorney, not only your broker, but also to the mortgage lender, because it's really important that they have all the information they need to adequately underwrite a loan based upon underwriting the house itself, which could be in regards to amendments to address concerns, where there could be issues with the house. The lender's actually going out there putting their money out on the line for that home, and it needs to be properly underwritten, as well as the individual. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're doing your best on submitting all the documents to all the parties that are necessary to properly have a transaction that can get to the closing table, and we don't have to worry about any potential mortgage fraud. The second one kind of leans off to that. We've seen recently where a few, not all, agents are writing a contract. They're going under contract in July, for example, and their closing happens to be, say, September 10th, hypothetically. What we're seeing is, in some cases, is that we don't even get the contract submitted to us until 3, 4, 5 days before closing, which puts us in a bind in trying to make sure that we compliance the contract properly before closing. And so, whether you're doing that or you've hired a transaction coordinator that may not be getting that information to us on a timely basis, is not good business. And we got to really tighten that down and make sure that when you write a contract and you go binding, that you get that submitted into your broker as soon as possible. And when I say as soon as possible, there's no reason why within a day or two that contract has not been uploaded and submitted for compliance. If you're submitting the contract over to the other side and of the table, to the other agent, and you're submitting it to the attorney and you're submitting it to the lender, then why aren't you submitting it to the broker on a timely manner? So please make sure that you're doing your job properly. We expect that of you, and want to make sure that you're giving all of us here at Southern Classic Realtors adequate time to do our jobs and to keep you in compliance to protect our buyers and sellers, and to protect you and your license, as well as our licenses as well. So I hope this has helped you today. Those are two important key points that I wanted to bring to your attention. I think it's great that we all work very hard, but make sure you're doing your job properly. And for the most part, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that my agents do that on a daily basis. So thank you for doing that, and continue to work hard and strive to be the best you can be in this business to help others. All right, this has been What's Up Wednesday with James. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. I hope this always brings you great value in your day-to-day business practices in the real estate business. All right, guys, take care. I appreciate you. See you soon.